Hello, everyone, and welcome to Throwback Thursday. This is Throwback Thursday. Special thanks to BraZCoolZ who came up with this character I should do, so why not? And he beat it to the punch because Herb hasn't even showed up on Simpsons Tapped Out yet. But he will. Most likely, he's going to be like 50 donuts or 100 donuts, and he's going to have Powell's car dealership, chances are. But let's get into the let's get into the character of the freaking Thursday, Herbert Powell, aka Herb Simpson. So anyways, Herbert's mom was actually a carnival worker. And the fling happened during the courtment of Mona, who becomes Mona Simpson, aka Homer's mom. So basically, after he sees her again, sees the carnival worker, well, she tells an illegitimate child, and then they both were ashamed, so they had no choice but to send him to Shelbyville Orphanage. And as soon as he married Mona and they had Homer, she made him promise to never tell Homer about Herbert. But of course, a heart attack happened to Abe Simpson, and that's when everyone finds out about Herbert Powell. So anyways, here's the story of Herbert, is that after being put in the Shelbyville Orphanage, he was adopted by the Powell family. And, well, we didn't know anything about his childhood, but we find out in college years he had to put himself through odd jobs through Harvard since the Powells didn't want to pay a dime to actually send him there. So, through graduating college and everything, he created Powell Motors, which is in Detroit, which, well, nowadays you would say, yeah, it was doomed to fail. No offense to Detroit, though. No offense to Detroit, but I'm just saying the fact of these days now versus the year that started, which was like in the 90s. So, I'm just saying. Anyways, so Powell Motors is in Detroit. They've contacted each other. Well, technically, Homer contacted Herb, and they were just surprised. And because of that, well, he brought Homer to Detroit. He sent his whole family to Detroit, and they were going to collabo together. So what's happened is that Homer designs a car, and this car was ridiculous looking. Technically, it's a future-like car. So because of this, and the fact that the car cost not even 2,000, it cost 82,000 to make. It looks very, very ridiculous. It bankrupted Powell Motors, making Herbert now a poor hobo. Poor Unky Herb. That's what he liked to be called, because uncle is just too of a word. Well, anyway, so next time we see him, he actually settled in Homer's home, in the Simpsons' home. He asked Homer to loan him $2,000, and of course, side note, because Homer's car wrecked the whole entire Powell Motors, there is some tension between them two. Between the two, there is some tension. Anyway, so because of the power plant making him sterile, which in later years, Marge wanted to try to make a baby, so if they made him sterile, then yeah. Well, anyway, so $2,000. He loaned him $2,000. He created a language translator for babies and for dogs. I think even for old people too. But anyways, he created a language translator and he became super rich again. So he returned the $2,000 to Homer and he gave gifts. So Homer got a vibrating chair, a massage chair. Marge got a washing machine. Bart got a National Rifle Association Life membership. Lisa got a monthly set of classic novels. Maggie, we don't know what Maggie gets. We don't really know. He just said he's going to give him something special. Maybe Herb is going to actually put Maggie through college. That's just one thing that is a crazy assumption. But hey, he had to work hard to go into college, so I think chances are he might actually have funded her college funds somewhere. Anyway, so Homer and Herb are now at good terms now because, well, Homer gave him $2,000. He was able to do what he needed to do, and now he climbed back at the top. Alright, so in season 24, yeah, this is a long leap, we find out what happened to Herb all these years later. It turns out by voicemail, because they wanted to call him to check. There was something very dire they needed to call, so they called in to check on him, and it turns out that he's in the poorhouse again. Yeah, at least he does have a voicemail or cell phone, but still, he's poor yet again. And that's where we leave Herb. Well, anyways, let me just do a side note of the real life world. So Herb, for all the times we see him, he was voiced by Danny DeVito. And since Danny DeVito is not dead, that means that freaking Herb can come back at any moment if they wish. So if they do want to bring a new episode with Herb coming back in the picture, they can, because Danny DeVito is not dead. So there we go. Thumbs up, and definitely thumbs up this video if you want Herb to come back, even though I have no connections to Simpsons whatsoever. But hey, who knows? Maybe someday the Simpsons creator, Matt Groening, will actually look at these videos and say, oh my gosh, look at all the response they made on the guys that he actually talked about. But for right now, it's just cool to actually just have this moment to say, this is basically Herb Simpson's life. So anyways, thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more. Definitely, if you are thirsty for more Throwback Thursdays, there are so many more that you can actually check out. So thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more Throwback Thursday. Have a great day.